Now, suppose I am stating the same thing again. I am not talking about those who are not given the class link and all that. Forget about this. I am saying that in CIMA there are some developments. Earlier I said to the CIMA students that they need to complete all the 3 levels of CIMA before the graduation, up till the graduation. Now they are giving 1 year extension beyond graduation. So it's a good development, specifically for, you can say, Aarti or anybody who are already in the 2nd year. So tension khatam Aarti. 1 year extension beyond BCom, BBA. Then they are saying that you can enroll in CIMA based on 1 year annual subscription, 2 year subscription, 3 year subscription. 1 year subscription £495, 2 year £795 and 3 year £1195. Now normally operational, management, strategic level, all 3 cannot be completed in 1 year. Impossible. So we should be taking subscription for 2 years at least. But if suppose we don't complete in 2 years all the 3 levels, then suppose we paid £800 and then 500 more, it comes £1,300. But if you straight away go for 3 year subscription, it is £1195. So my advice is students should be going for all 3 year subscription at a time. But still, if they think they can complete in 2 years, then go for 495 again, and maybe at that time the fees will be greater than 495, because 2 years the fees cannot be same. Now the registration will be done in next 15 days for all the students, those who have submitted the documents. Those who have not submitted the documents, delay will arise. So you can see that registration will be done, say I am saying worst to worst, by end of this month. By end of September your registration is done. You will make the payment. It will take further 10-15 days as communicated by them. So you can see that by 15th of October, you will be having the material software of the institute where you will be solving the assignments. For every topic, the assignments are there. In financial accounting, in management accounting, in every area which is said as E2, E1, P1, F1. Chapter by chapter assignments are there. Once you complete the assignment, then you can go for the case study exam. So normally, as per my understanding, giving November case study exam at 10th of November around, not possible. So I have discounted in my mind that the CIMA student will be giving case study exam in February. But they need to register fast. Those who have not shared the documents need to share their documents. I will help you to register within 1 month. Payment and everything, getting the software. So in October, mid-October, November, December, you need to complete assignments in 2.5 months, so that in January you will be studying case study, and in February you will be giving the case study exam, which is also a very good amount of study required. So those who have joined late, they should be doing at least 1 subject recording, I will say financial accounting. If you don't plan to give exam in February, that's your lookout, then you will be giving exam in May or maybe in August. As you delay your completion, the target of completing the syllabus is increasing, and at the same time they will not allow you to complete in this phase. So it's always advisable that student joins, give their documents, I will help them for the registration, and then they will be proceeding, solving the assignments and giving the exam. So all CIMA students will be giving exam in February, not in November. We will be solving assignments by December, and in January, February, around 40 days, we will be taking case study classes. Clear? Aarti, Devasri and anybody as CIMA student. Hello? Yes. Now I am talking about ACCA. For ACCA student, as I always say, MA for normal ACCA student and FMA for foundation level student. Who are foundation level student? Those who are in 11th and 12th standard, or those who have completed 12th, but in 12th maths and English was not there, or maybe they have completed 12th by science or arts. Maths, maybe commerce, but maths or science they have not scored 65% plus. Then they are treated as foundation level students. For foundation level student, the three subjects name is FBT, FMA and FFA. For normal CIMA student, the name is BT, MA and FA. No change in the syllabus, no change in the questions, no change in the passing criteria, everything. Just that the foundation level student will be giving foundation exams, foundation level. And those who are 12 pass out scored 65% plus in maths and English, then in that case they will be going into BT, MA, FA. No difference, no tension. If anybody is doing FBT, FMA, automatically once you complete 3 exams, you will be converted into normal ACCA route. And if you are already into ACCA route, you are still giving BT, MA, FA. After these 3 exams, balance 10 exams to be given. Whether you are 10 pass out, 12 pass out, anything. Total 13 exams. Foundation level, FBT, FMA, FFA. For normal ACCA student, 12 pass out, BT, MA, FA. And after that 10 exams, 6 exam in skill level and professional level 4 exams. So nobody should take tension, sir, mera to 12 nahi hua, I am in the foundation route. What's the problem, yaar? You give the exam, you study that, give the exam. Once you clear 3 exams, they will convert you into ACCA route. I have, you can say, taken in the last around 15 days back, one class on BT, MA, FA. And the video is uploaded on YouTube, shared with all of you also. I am pasting that video here. This is BT, MA, FA. Every student should be going through this video. It will be better for them that what are the question patterns and everything, how to register for the exams. Everything is said in this video. You should be going through this video. Those who are new student, old one, not attended this was a free session for everybody. That is BT, MA, FA video. It is just 1 hour video, 1 hour 20 minutes maybe maximum, which is saying the registration process in ACCA for exams and what are the question patterns and everything. Okay. For study purpose, there are so many materials we share with you. I am opening in front of you the Google Drive. In the Google Drive, there is ACCA, MAF2, there is previous batch. Whenever you are getting the link of the Google Drive, in the Google Drive, you will be able to see these many documents, these many paper. The last batch video Excel sheet. The last batch video Excel sheet, I took around 28 classes. In each class, what I taught. The same thing I will be teaching now also. There is no change in the syllabus. Everything same. Whatever I taught in the previous batch, the same thing I will be teaching here. Maybe exactly comma full stop not same. Maybe I am teaching first class, this second class, this may be here and there slightly. But most of the things in that order only. So one is that the last video. Now in this batch, I will be making one new slide here. And in that I will be writing the first class, what I taught, second class, what I taught, the way I will be teaching. So you will be able to find one more Excel sheet video list. Then this is last batch class slides. That is in the last batch, like in this batch also I am started writing. I have already started writing. This I say always as the class slides. So in the last batch, the class slides, then you can say that there is BPP exam kit, BPP study text, then Kaplan exam kit, Kaplan study text, and there is short notes. Now normally these many notes are there. I will advise while study, For study purpose, refer. You can refer anything. I am not stopping you. Refer. What? Short notes 2021. Refer Kaplan study text. Refer Kaplan exam kit. Refer class slides. Not required to refer BPP, but if you want to refer, you can. I am not stopping you. You can refer that. There is no problem. The way we are doing questions in the class, that same type of questions will be there in CIMA assignment. The way we are doing objective type questions in the class like Aarti, Devasri, we have done financial accounting objective type questions. Similarly, in your assignment, objective type question will be there. And there is no pass fail in CIMA. The assignment, if you are scoring 50%, you will be able to proceed. If there are in a topic, there are 10 questions. You have done 5 correct. They will say through. So once you complete all the assignments in all the topic, then they will allow you to give the case study exam. And the assignment cannot be solved unless and until the student have the knowledge. In the assignment, suppose you have solved 2 questions now, but there is some problem. You stop it, you close it. In the evening, again you sit, you solve the balance question. That can be done. But in the assignment, suppose Aarti is getting the software, Devasri is getting the software, the questions will be reshuffling. From a question bank, the assignment will be giving you question. It is not the same question every time. So the student need to solve the assignment as per their convenience, get the knowledge of the subject, and then they are ready for the case study exam. So whatever we are studying in these classes, management accounting, financial accounting, and BT, economy, that all will be relevant fully for CIMA student. Not a single percentage difference is there. And when we will study case study pattern, that is different. That I will be taking a separate class for CIMA student, not with the ACCA student. Because those portions are not there in ACCA now. They are there at other different subjects, at professional level subjects. But whether you are a ACCA student, whether you are a CIMA student, these are the material you should refer. Suppose somebody will say that I have not received the material, don't worry. Whether you have received, whether you have not received, we will be giving the Google Drive link again to all the students. So don't take tension. Ki sir, I have not received, I am not asking anybody. Whoever is there registered, they will be given the notes and links, everything. As I have communicated in the mail, in the WhatsApp, if somebody has not received the link, please mail us. We will be giving you the class link. So once you mail us, we are adding you in the data list. We will be giving you materials to you also. There is no problem. So you don't have to request to anybody. Once the class is over, I will be sharing this class slides every class. Class slides up till class 1, up till class 2, up till class 3, whatever I will write in the class. And the notes folder I will be giving to all of you once the class is over today only again. So don't worry. Whether you have received or not, don't take tension. Notes will be given to you. As I say always, how to study? Always attend live class. Maybe you are having fever, maybe you are having corona, everything, whatever. Because जब आप कोरोना में हो 14 days you are going quarantine, तो आपको तो पढ़ने से टाइम बीतेगा, अच्छा ही है. There is no problem. So don't keep any alibi. Join the class live. Whatever you are doing, whatever problems are there, join the class live. That's my suggestion. Rest is your choice. After the live class, do the recordings. Do the recordings. If you miss the live class, then also you need to do first of all first recording, again do the recording second time at 1.25 speed. Recordings when you are doing, you can slightly increase the speed if you are comfortable. Maybe you can take to 1.5 also. Beyond that, it will not be understandable. You can increase the speed of the video and can complete faster. After that, do the same thing which is taught in the class. After that, do the same thing which is taught in, you have already done live. You have already done recording. Now double time you have done. Third time you do on your own. One thing you need to study 3 times. In the live class, recordings, and then again. Then you will become 100% confident. If you do shortcut, problems will be there. Because normally 90% students, they are not bad. 90% student when they do the things on their own, they don't able to solve. Even though they understood everything in the class, but they are not able to solve it on their own. While solving on your own, don't see the solution. Don't see the recordings. You have already seen. Solve it. After solving, see the final solution wherever it is solved, in the class slides, in the study material, wherever. And then understand where you are doing mistakes. When you have done the live class, recorded class, solving on your own, you will automatically understand. You don't have to ask anybody. Then on the basis of your understanding, make your own notes. Make your own notes. Own notes means, suppose I will create a folder here, new folder. In that folder, MA 2021, okay? You will be making a folder in your desktop. In this folder, you will make a file, Word file, name of the file, MA 2021. In this folder only, from the Google Drive, download all the notes. So in one single folder, your everything is there. Download all the notes from the Google Drive and make a Word file. In this Word file, start writing anything, whatever you are solving. After solving the questions, your own notes, your own understanding, whatever you are making, don't need to show to anybody. You can make this in Hindi, English, Bengali, Urdu, Farsi, whatever you like. Because this is not for anybody else. This is for your own purpose. Any difficult question, copy paste the question, the answer, your understanding. Later on when you revise, you will be using this only. No recording, no Kaplan, no BPP, no class slide, nothing. You will refer only your notes. So if in a chapter you are doing 20 questions, but out of 20 you find that these 2 are very difficult, or these 7 are very difficult, copy paste those 7 questions, their answers and everything, and do revision from your notes only. Once you have made your notes, do the questions which we have not solved in the class. Maybe in a chapter some questions I have not done. I have given as homework, which is indirect. Not need to say that this is the homework. You do those questions at the end. After doing live recording, after solving the same question which we did in the class, after making your notes, then you start solving those questions. Don't see the solution. Do on your own. I am just giving you one example. एक example दे रहा हूं. Alvin, I think today in the class is not there. जिन लोगों ने ठीक से पढ़ाई की है वो इस बात को समझेंगे. He is saying that, sir, in PL account, financial accounting, PL account, the profit attributable to K company attributable to NCI. जो total profit consolidated PL में होता है, out of the total profit, what is the portion belongs to parent shareholders and what is the portion belongs to NCI? Aarti, Devasri, have we done this type of question in the class? स्नेहा, क्या ये डिफिकल्ट है? क्या ये डिफिकल्ट कुछ फिगर तो मेरे को नहीं मालूम है. सिंपल लॉलीपॉप क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? वाई ही इज नॉट एबल टू डू दिस? वाई? ओनली वन रीजन, कि जो क्लास में किए वो आता ही नहीं है, तो ये कहां से बनेगा? वट एवर वी डिड इन द क्लास, अगर वो ही नहीं मालूम है तो इसको करके क्या फायदा है? अगेन सी हियर, one more doubt. Again in this question, you see, it is not related with MA, just opening stock, closing stock, purchase, standard profit percentage. Which of the following is the sales figure? Opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock is cost of goods sold. 17,000 plus 91 minus 24. They are saying profit each 40% on sale. But you are getting opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock each cost. You can't add in cost 40% because profit each, not 40% on cost, 40% on sale. Profit markup, profit gross margin percentage. Profit on cost, profit on sale. If sale is 100, profit 40, cost is 60. तो जो आपको कॉस्ट मालूम है डिवाइडेड बाई 60 into 100. I think so many questions we have done in the class. Again you see another doubt. फिर से लेजर अकाउंट बना हुआ है, पेएबल्स लेजर. उसके अंदर ओपनिंग बैलेंस है, परचेजेस है, पेमेंट है, परचेज रिटर्न है. जो कॉन्ट्रा है वो इधर होता है, वो उन्होंने इधर लिख दिया है. जो रिफंड रिसीव्ड फ्रॉम सप्लायर, आप पेमेंट करेंगे यहां लिखेंगे, सप्लायर से पैसे वापस मिले यहां लिखेंगे. 64,000 को इधर लाना है, 3900 इधर लाना है. ही इज सेइंग वी हैव नॉट डन दिस टाइप ऑफ क्लास, डिडंट अंडरस्टूड. These three questions when asked, it is showing me what? That the knowledge is very poor. It's not that I am not answering, I have answered him already. In the voice message in WhatsApp, I have already answered. But when you are raising doubts which are very silly, that means your study is not done properly. And what is the problem with him? What is the problem? According to me, he has never done the things the way I am saying here. He always attend a live class, he did. Always do the recording again, maybe he have done. But after that, do the same thing again, he has never done. Guarantee. Maybe he have done the live and recording, but not solved those things on their own. And now he is straight away doing questions from the mock. Arey yaar, kya fayda hai? The things which we are doing in the class, you don't know, and then you are doing new things. You are actually deteriorating yourself. You are creating pessimism in your brain and all that. So don't do anything else other than this. Whatever I am saying, even though you are a brilliant student, even though you are average student, even though you are below average, you have to study like this. इसके अलावा कुछ नहीं है, आपको ये करना होगा. तो जब आप क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे, आफ्टर डूइंग एवरीथिंग, do the question which we have not solved in the class. Don't see the solution. Do on your own. After solving the question, see back what they have done. And then still if you are not understanding, then what you will do? Send the question in mail. Mail कैसे करेंगे? Suppose this is the question which you are not understanding. Take print screen, which he is doing now. Print screen, answers, your answer, your query. आप उसको अच्छा से रेस करिए. So in this he is doing well, because when he has mailed the things, he is mailing the things in the right direction. कि this is his query, just that he has not given the institute answer, may be not required. लेकिन आप आंसर दे देंगे तो अगर कोई कंफ्यूजन है तो मेरे को भी समझ में आ जाएगा. Whether you are there in the class or not, don't worry. I will open your mail. I will discuss that in the class at length. I will say that last day, आरती जो आपने क्वेश्चंस रेस किया था, मेरा मेल नहीं खुल रहा था. बाद में जब खुल गया तो मैंने देखा क्वेश्चंस, जैसे आपका था कि सस्पेंस कहां खोलना है. ये जनरली पूछने के बजाय अगर आप 2-3 एग्जाम्पल देते जहां पर आपको प्रॉब्लम हो रही थी, तो मैं बहुत अच्छे से समझा पाता. क्योंकि आपने जनरल पूछा, मैंने जनरल बता दिया. लेकिन जब आपको कंफ्यूजन अराइज हुआ कि यहां सस्पेंस है, यहां नहीं है, यहां है, तो आप वो दोनों तीनों क्वेश्चन को पेश करके देते तो हम लोग ज्यादा बेटर डिस्कस कर पाते. द वे यू विल आस्क योर क्वेरी, that much depth I will be able to go. Otherwise the query will remain general only, because हजारों एग्जाम्पल है जहां सस्पेंस आएगा नहीं आएगा, कैसे बोले ऐसे. तो इसलिए जब कंफ्यूजन है, कंफ्यूजन को प्रॉपरली पूछने का रेडी रखिए. एंड आफ्टर दिस, व्हेन योर क्वेरीज आर सॉल्व्ड, यू हैव सॉल्व्ड, अपडेट योर ओन नोट्स. अब आप अपना नोट्स को पूरा फाइनल बना लीजिए कि यू हैव done the live class, you have done the recorded, you have done the same thing which I taught in the class, you have solved those questions which I solved in the class, then you made your notes, then you are doing new questions. In the new questions your queries were solved in the class. अब तो आपका कुछ बचा नहीं, सब हो गया. आप अपना नोट्स को जो पहले बनाए थे, whatever notes you have made, उसको अपडेट करिए. On the basis of your queries and all that, update them. Now in future you don't have to ask anything. क्यों? Because the chapter you have understood, the questions you have asked your query, the questions I have solved in the class. तो एक चैप्टर में तो कुछ बचा ही नहीं. अब आप पूछेंगे कहां से? तो आप एग्जाम 10 महीने बाद दीजिए, 2 साल बाद दीजिए. यू डोंट हैव टू आस्क एनीथिंग. लेकिन आप सिस्टम फॉलो नहीं करेंगे तो आप पूछ पूछ के पागल हो जाएंगे, फिर भी आपका क्वेरी खत्म नहीं होएगा. विच आर देयर विथ मेनी स्टूडेंट्स. इवन तो मैं बताते रहता हूं, लेकिन मेरे को लगता है क्यों अपना टेंशन ले रहे हैं, क्या जरूरत है? When I am teaching continuously side by side one subject, then why we are not completing one subject? How many of you have given the ACCA financial accounting exam? Those who are ACCA student, FA or FFA exam. Those who studied in the last batch. Financial accounting, foundation in financial accounting. कोई एक जन है? Any one single student? You see what we are doing as big nautanki. Maybe there are some students who joined recently. No problem. मैं उनकी नहीं बात कर रहा. लेकिन जो ऑलरेडी 2-3 महीने 4 महीने से ज्वाइंड है, जब एक सब्जेक्ट कंप्लीट हो गया, हम लोग बोलते हैं सर आप 2 दिन पढ़ाएंगे. पेरेंट्स फोन करके बोलते हैं सर आप 2 दिन. अरे भाई आपके बच्चे को तो देखिए वो 2 दिन में एक सब्जेक्ट नहीं पढ़ रहे. तो अगर मैं तीनों पढ़ाऊं 2-2 दिन करके, तब तो वो जिंदा ही नहीं बचेगा. मैं तो 3 महीने में सारा खत्म कर दूंगा, लेकिन उसको क्या फायदा होएगा? मेरे को पता है कि आपको कैसे पढ़ाना है. अगर इतना बेयर मिनिमम नहीं कर सकते तो इन दैट केस यही सोचना है कि वी आर नॉट मींट फॉर स्टडी. वी विल जस्ट कंप्लीट बीकॉम बीबीए, दैट्स ऑल. हम लोग को स्टडी में कुछ नहीं करना है, लेकिन करना है तो अब हम पढ़ेंगे. अरे यार अभी मेरे को मत बोलिए. वर्ड्स आर मोर इंपॉर्टेंट देन what you are speaking. Action are more important than what you are speaking. Words speaks louder than voice. So you don't have to say anybody. You don't have to shout anybody. You need to show with your action that I am able to do. अगर पढ़ना है, अगर स्टडी करना है तो बी सीरियस. नहीं करना है then leave it. Why you are taking tension? Because according to me, believe me, कि मेरा लड़का है, अगर वो नहीं पढ़ना चाहता, मेरे को नहीं पढ़ाना है, नहीं करना है. Why he will do ACCA, CIMA, CPA, this, that, engineer? नहीं जरूरत है यार, कुछ और करो. लेकिन वो करो जो मन से मजा आए. Why we will? Because you are the student who are 10 pass out, 12 pass out. If you are not interested in study, why your parents would be forcing you to study? Why? I don't think so any reason for this. When something is not coming from your inside, that I need to study, I need to do this, then there is no force can help you to study and pass the exam. और हम लोग तो एक सब्जेक्ट डेली पढ़ेंगे. 1 सब्जेक्ट वी विल स्टडी डेली. मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग, कॉस्टिंग, 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 3 months. It's a difficult subject than financial accounting. The previous subject was easier. Some of you have studied accounts in class 11, 12 or any time. But this subject nobody has studied anything. पहले जब मैंने फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग चालू किया, बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट ने बोला सर वी आर फ्रॉम साइंस बैकग्राउंड. आई स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम बेसिक्स, एसेट, लाइबिलिटी, अकाउंटिंग, इक्वेशन. तो शुरू में बोलते हैं सर बहुत मजा आ रहा है, फिर पढ़ना नहीं है तो मजा कैसे रहेगा? सेम थिंग विल अराइज हियर. If within 2-3 classes you are not picking up, you are not following the instructions, then after 2-3 classes you will again leave. Again new batch will start. Again in the first class you are there. Again you will say I will join now, I will do that. Again you will not do anything. The question is that you need to commit yourself that whatever happen in life, whatever I am saying, फिर भी मैं कंप्लीट टाइम पे करूंगा. कि मैंने क्लास में पूछा कितने लोगों ने एफए का एग्जाम दिया. यार कोई एक सिंगल स्टूडेंट नहीं है जो बोलता एग्जाम दिया. व्हाट अ लवली, फैंटास्टिक. दिस इज द मोटिवेशन रिक्वायर्ड. तो इससे मेरा मोटिवेशन तो डाउन होता है ना. क्या करें, कि क्या फायदा इतना जोश में आकर. तो आपको ये प्रोसीज्यूर को फॉलो करना होगा. आप चाहे मेरे से क्लास करें या ना करें, आप अपने आप पढ़ें, आप किसी और से पढ़ें, वेयर एवर यू स्टडी, यू हैव टू स्टडी इन दिस डायरेक्शन. चीज को पहले अच्छे से समझना है 2 बार 3 बार, फिर उसके बाद उसके बेसिस पे अपना नोट्स बनाना है, फिर क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व करना है, फिर सॉल्व करने के बाद फिर से नोट्स बनाना है, और बाद में अपना नोट्स के बेसिस पे ही रिवीजन करना है. यही प्रोसीजर है. नॉट नाउ, फॉर एवर. एंड आई विल से इट्स अपॉन यू. डोंट टेक प्रिंट आउट. स्टडी ऑन स्क्रीन. प्रिंट आउट से नहीं पढ़ना है, स्क्रीन पे पढ़ना है. Because whether it's ACCA, whether it's CIMA, all international courses exam computer based, and never they will be pen and paper based, never. Because the life is computer based, exams should be computer based. Whether you are giving exam sitting in home, then also computer based. Whether you are going in the exam center, and in exam center also it is computer based. Reading something on a book, underlining, is different than reading something on the screen. Maybe same thing is written, but we feel discomfort. When the something which we don't follow regularly, on the day of exam, we will not be able to get the success. So we need to study on screen. Never take any printout. मेरा advice है. अब फिर मेरे को फोन करेंगे that I don't like to study this, like, then in that case फिर आप बात नहीं माने. You are not ready to accept the change. You have to accept the change. You have to study everything on screen, in your folder. As I said, make a Word file, and in that Word file, make your own notes, so that you will be referring your notes only for revision purpose, not anything else. While studying, you do live class, you do recordings, you do Kaplan, you do questions, everything. But once your topic is complete, everything should be ready. Gautam, I said, short notes 2021, Kaplan study text, Kaplan exam kit, and the class slides which I am writing in the class. I have shown here, Gautam, that this is the class slides of the last batch. This is BPP exam kit and question. I am not asking this to study. This is Kaplan. I am asking this to study. Short notes 2021. So this one, this one, this one. Class slides if you are referring previous batch. Otherwise class slides, this one which I am writing. That's all I have written. For study purpose, refer this, nothing else. अब आप बोलेंगे सर अगर मैं इससे भी सम करूं तो कर भाई, मेरे को क्या है, मेरे को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. आप बोलेंगे सर इसके अलावा मैं और भी कुछ करूं, सर सब करिए, मेरे को कोई इशू नहीं. You can ask questions from anywhere you like. I don't have any issue. But according to me, studying one thing from one place in a proper way, because Kaplan write-up is easy, short notes are short written notes, and class slides I am writing so many things, which is more than enough to get best knowledge in a particular subject. तो इसके अलावा और कुछ पढ़ना नहीं है मेरे हिसाब से. लेकिन आप बोलेंगे सर मैं ये बुक से करूंगा, आप करो, मेरे को कोई इशू नहीं है. So don't take printout, study on screen, and whatever notes you are making, you should be making in your Word file, in a folder. Whenever you study, open the folder, open the question bank, open the study text and all that. उनको सब टॉप में खोल लीजिए. All these are opened, and that way you study. अगर आप ऐसे पढ़ेंगे तो आपको अच्छा लगेगा. नहीं तो in that case, in exam time, you will not be feeling comfortable. I have said that I have taken a class last week. This video, YouTube link I have given. See this video, you will be able to understand. And last thing, before starting the syllabus, ACCAglobal.com website. In the ACCAglobal.com website, students under student study support, under study support, ACCA qualification, under ACCA management accounting. In management accounting, you can say syllabus. In the syllabus, there is, you can say the syllabus from September to August 21, and now from September 21 to August 2022. You can say that, sir, last term में जो आपने पढ़ाया था तो वो तो अभी relevant नहीं है. आप दोनों को डाउनलोड कर लेना, देखना कोई चेंज नहीं है, कोई सिलेबस में चेंज नहीं है, कोई भी चेंज नहीं है. क्या चेंज है मैं दिखाता हूं आपको. What is the change I am showing? Which is not a syllabus change. They are saying that student need to be more computer friendlier. That they are saying. Oh, they have not said for your type, then there is no change. In all the ACCA syllabus, they have added one area in the list which is more computer friendliness. Since in your case, the questions are not writing up essay type and all that, so they have not added that area for the BT, FA, MA, that computer friendliness. computer friendliness, doing work on Excel, Word file, working on 2-3 files. Here you can see so many files are open. So many Excel file, Google, Word file, so many things are open. You need to work on different files together. You need to speed up. That they have included in other, which is not a syllabus, which is just that more computer friendliness. But that is not included in your case, so the syllabus is totally same. So whether you study from the last year video, current year, 6 months old video, current video, there is no problem. Everything is same. Now before proceeding for the syllabus, anybody has any specific question? Anything to ask? Please, Gautam or anybody. Aditya, Devapriya, anybody. Naman, Hani, Devasri, Sneha, Sivansu, Srisa, Tejaswini, anybody has any specific query? I will not say again these things. I will say, see the video.
No,
Not.
sir, I don't have any.
Okay, thank
any
you.
query.
Yes, thank you. Now we are starting the syllabus. As per the institute, as I said, I will be referring and you should refer these materials only. Short notes, Kaplan study text, exam kit, class slides. That 4 things only. The questions are there in the study text also. The questions are there in kit also. In short notes, some questions are there. And then class slides, whatever I am writing in the class. So if we go in the short notes, 2021, shared by the institute only, not prepared by me. This one shared by the institute. The topic wise, they have given 18 topics. You can see 18 topics are there. And if we go in the exam kit, so maybe in the study text. In the study text, the things are written in more detail, more explanatory way. But I will refer that the short notes only for discussion in the class, then my own examples. I will be referring study text sometime. Whenever I want to explain something through an example which is not given in short notes, then I will be referring. But we will be studying this less and we will be studying everything from the short notes. These all 18 topics are divided into 5-6 areas. One is cost, one is standard and budget and all that. We are not required to go into that A, B, C, D, E because all the syllabus, entire syllabus need to be studied properly. But the first thing when anybody study management accounting, the question arises that what is management accounting? If you see in the Kaplan, the first topics is management, source of data, presentation, then cost classification. I am not starting these topics initially. I always do these topics at the end. Reason being that they are very theoretical, boring also, and at the same time, the knowledge of other topics when you have, you will be able to understand them very fast. But you can see that what is management accounting. And then after discussing management accounting, we will be discussing cost classification. What is cost? What are the types of cost? Why need to know those types of cost? How they are going to help in the business decision making? That we will understand in cost. So first of all, anybody can say what is management accounting? What is management accounting? Devasri, Arati, since you are both are good students, Sneha, have we studied any time in financial accounting, management accounting? क्या हम लोग कभी पढ़े थे? Gautam, do you want to say anything?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
tell
in
me.
class 12, there were a few chapters like cash flow statement and ratio analysis. Those were a part of management accounting, sir. Like anything related to analyzing and the management, sir.
That is,
Which help the managers in making better decisions.
actually we say management accounting is internal. Like Honey is saying, if I will open the notes of financial accounting, which you have not studied because I have not taught you, you have joined now. In that short notes, in the first topic only we studied financial accounting and management accounting. First topic we studied financial accounting and management accounting. The difference. See, financial accounting, management accounting. In the subject which we have completed in last 3 months, we studied financial accounting. Now the subject which we are going to study in coming 3 months is management accounting. Management accounting is reports, internal reports which are not given to shareholders or general public, which are for internal purpose, normally prepared on monthly, quarterly or bi-monthly basis, 6-monthly basis, or you can say fortnightly basis, not mandatory. Management accounting, there is no rule that you have to prepare PL account, balance sheet. But management accounting reports, there is no rule that you have to prepare or not. Production of accounts used by management to control business plan, include budgets and forecast. So what Gautam you were saying as cash budget and all that, actually in financial accounting there is a cash flow statement. Those who have studied financial accounting with us or on their own, we have studied cash flow from financing activity, operational activity, investment activity. We have studied that was financial accounting. But why I will prepare cash flow statement in that way? I can prepare in any way. Cash inflows, outflows like that. I will be forecasting what will be the cash inflow, not dividing the cash inflows into operational financing. Normally, every organization forecast. I forecast what is going to be my tuition fees collection in the month of September. What is going to be my outflow? Whether my outflow will be greater than the inflow. If it is going to be greater, from where I will manage. That is not financial accounting. So management accounting is decision making. For taking decisions in the business on day to day, on monthly basis, long-term business decisions also cover management accounting. For management accounting, there is no rules, guidelines, there is no accounting standard which says that you need to do the report preparation like this, nothing like that. Management, if I remove the word accounting, management, manage the affairs. In our house, our mother, my wife or anybody manage the affairs in the house. They are managing our house, housewife, or you can say, whatever language you say. Similarly, managing the business is called management accounting. Whether it's accounts, whether it's finance, whether it's marketing, whether it's internal control, whether it's pricing decisions, whether it's deciding where the product need to be sold, what need to be done, management accounting. The broader decisions are taken by the top management, board of directors. The board of directors are supported by the managers. Those managers can be said as management accountant. A company has so many internal data, reports, information are there, which they are never sharing with anybody outside. Maybe in Saraf Academy, maybe in your company, or suppose your parents are doing job, then in the company there are so many information which they are never giving to any outside public. Insider information, which are not shared with others. There is no regulatory guidelines to share those information with others. Managing the business from the core is called management accounting. For management accounting, there is no law, there is no section, there is nothing. It's for internal purpose. So we have studied financial accounting in the previous batch, which focus on preparation of PL account, balance sheet, cash flow, notes to accounts, statement of changes in equity. To prepare that, all the things we have studied. Whether it's an assets, whether it's a liability, non-current, current assets, all we have studied financial accounting. Now we are going into management accounting. So management accounting is internal. Management accounting is the accounting to help the managers, to help the board members to take correct decisions. And for that, whatever reports, informations and annexure, slide, Excel programming, whatever we are doing, that is for helping the management to take the correct decision, right decision. When we say management accounting, as I said, this we are not studying now. The report, if I have certain data, how I will be presenting that data, whether in the form of a charts, graph, or whether in the form of a table, or whether in the form of a bar chart, line chart, or whether in the form of a write-up, or that is my lookout. How I will be presenting the data to you so that you can understand the data very fast, easily. That is also a part of management accounting. So presenting the information, presenting the data in a structured manner, in understandable manner, so that the decision maker can take decisions very fast. They don't have to waste their time in analyzing or understanding the data, is also a part of management accounting. This portion does not include any numerical part, only theory. So slightly boring for that reason, and at the same time when you understood every other things, then automatically how the report should be prepared, you can understand from yourself. That will help you. So for that reason, this I will be doing later. But first of all, when we are studying management accounting, we need to understand what is management accounting. Under management accounting, the decision making, I will say, helps in internal decision making. Helps in internal decision making. Internal decisions for the board members, for the managers, how the decision will be taken, that is done by management accounting. There is no fixed guidelines, fixed rules that this should be done like this and all that. But suppose I am in the training industry. Somebody also is also in the training industry. How they are pricing their product, how they are giving service to the students, how they are maintaining their administration matters. Since they are in the training industry, I can compare with them. I can say them whatever management accounting guidelines they are following, I should be following the same. But there is no law. But if I am saying financial accounting, PL account, the way others are preparing PL account, I need to prepare in that order only. The way the PL account need to be presented is a fixed rule. Management accounting, there is no rule. But it cannot be said that every business, everywhere, the management accounting reports are different. No. There are many similarities in different industries, in different types of business, depending upon their level, similarity of information are there. Which is not a law, but that becomes a norm. And those can be said as established standard management accounting practices. We can say them established standard management accounting practices. There are many standard, budgets, variance analysis. Then you can say that target costing, life cycle costing. Maybe I am naming the word. You are not getting. Don't take tension. This is there in the syllabus. Then you can see that process costing, then you can see that job costing, contract costing. For different types of industry, specific management accounting techniques are advised. Why those techniques are advised for that type of industry, how that technique will help in decision making better, that we are going to understand. But before going into any technique, before going into any established technique, we need to again understand a word called cost, which will take time. Production of financial statement for internal users. I will say that कि अगर ये word financial statement को हटा दें, production of reports for internal uses is called management accounting. Because financial statement बोले से it looks like financial accounting. So it's not that it is wrong word, but if you say that production of reports, production of, you can say, documents, which will be helpful in taking decisions internally for internal matters, is called management accounting. That we can see. So for understanding management accounting, since it is based on internal matter, the first thing we need to understand what is cost. If anybody will say that, what is cost? Somebody will say that cost is an expenditure. Cost is an expense. I will say that slightly more detailed, more elaborate. Then suppose somebody will say that cost of a particular product. Suppose you are purchasing Saraf Academy classes, then cost of purchasing the Saraf Academy classes. For you it's a cost, for me it's a revenue. Because you are giving money to purchase the services from Saraf Academy. For you it's a cost, for me it's a service. But I am charging say 30,000 from you. When I am charging 30,000, then in that case that includes my cost and that includes some income. So my income portion, why I have set this price as 30,000? There should be some reason. There should be specific reasons that why I am charging 30,199. Why the fees is like this? What is the cost of my organization? In PL account, when I am preparing PL account for Saraf Academy, I am writing all the expenditures. Staff salary, rent, study material, internet, telephone, electricity, interest cost, taxes and everything I am writing. But whether I am writing what is the cost for one student who is joining ACCA knowledge level subjects? What is the cost of one student who is joining ACCA skill level subjects? What is the cost of one student who is joining CIMA operational level, management level, strategic level together? Is I am writing anywhere? No. Is I am saying to any student? No. Is I am calculating that cost for my organization? I will say in my organization in a paper pen basis, no. But in my brain it is always running. Why not in a paper pen? Because I am not such a big organization. You can say 7, 8, 10 persons are working and we are puzzled already doing with servicing to the students. So we don't have time to calculate cost per student. But if I will say suppose Kaplan, if I will say BPP, because they are global organization, they are providing study resources, training classes also all over the world. Definitely they are, you can say, as compared to 100 times bigger. I don't know, but they may be calculating in a written format. They are preparing reports. What is the cost per student? They are calculating. I can explain you the way we will progress in the batch. How can we calculate cost per student? But it is very essential for me to determine what is cost per student. Then only I can decide what will be the price I should be charging from a student. Because if I will charge higher price, a student will not join. If I will charge a lower price, I will not be able to cover my expenditures. So determination of cost is very essential for pricing the product. Determination of cost is essential for taking decisions. Decision in the sense, suppose I have certain resources. Suppose I have internet, I have software, I have this, that. With that, I can offer ACCA, I can offer CIMA, I can offer CPA. I cannot offer all three. I can offer only one. Which one I should offer? In the product, in any product, what is my cost? Whether I will be able to generate more income in that product or this product or that. With the limited resources, where the resources should be utilized. If I don't find out cost, I will not be able to prepare my financial statement, financial accounting. In balance sheet, PL account, I am writing closing stock value. We have studied in financial accounting, accounting is standard to inventory. Inventory valuation, FIFO, LIFO, average and all that. They are there again, but they are more detailed in cost calculation. Because there in financial accounting, you are adding cost given. But here you are going into detail of cost. Material, labor, overheads, manufacturing, fixed, variable, so many things are there. How to find out cost per unit? You don't have to say to anybody, internal. But for you own, you need to know what is the cost per unit. Otherwise, how you will take decisions? Whether how you will do pricing, whether how you will take decisions that which product, which market, where I need to approach, how to control cost. If I don't know the cost, how I will reduce the cost? How I will be able to identify that at this place I am inefficient, I can reduce the cost. How? If I don't know my cost breakup, if I don't know my detail of the cost, I can't control cost. So financial accounting is rule based. Financial accounting based on accounting standards. But management accounting is not rule based. Management accounting is required to survive. You can't survive without having knowledge of management accounting. In the business, both is required. External reporting, internal management. External reporting, financial accounting. Internal management, management accounting. Financial accounting we study in the knowledge level, in CIMA operational level. Similarly, we will study in skill level financial accounting, financial reporting F7. Today morning I started the batch F7 financial reporting related with financial accounting. Just now completed for September term performance management, which is advanced level of management accounting. And again in the third level, that is professional level, in CIMA strategic level, every level. Again there is a financial accounting and management accounting at the highest level. You are studying the subject at the lowest level for the time being. The same thing you will study at next different levels. More advanced version. I mean to say that both are essential for doing any business. Whether it's an IT company, Infosys, TCS, whether it's an Amazon.com, Flipkart, Snapdeal, whether it's a Saraf Academy, whether it's Reliance, ITC, any company. Both the types of things are there in any organization. Financial accounting, management accounting. Business decisions, managing business, taking decisions, pricing, evaluation of inventory, deciding which product to order, not. You require management accounting, you require cost information, financial accounting, preparing PL account, balance sheet, giving reports to the external shareholders, public, government, income tax, all that reports should be given in financial accounting. Even in India and many countries, there is a cost detail to be given for certain type of businesses, certain type of industry to government, which is called in India cost audit report. Cost audit report means, suppose I am talking about transport, airline transport, train transport, bus transport. The bigger companies need to give a cost audit report to government that this is our cost and this is the price we are charging for the services, because these are essentialities. What is the cost? What is the inflation going on? The government takes action. You can say, suppose there is a bus strike, there is a airline strike. Why? Because they are not able to cover their expenditure, so they are retaliating with the government. The government needs detail. Whether it's the sugar industry, iron and steel industry, there are many industries in India. They need to present cost information even to government, which is, you can say, insider internal information, but we given to government and you are bound to give. If your turnover, if your capital is beyond the limit, you need to prepare a cost audit report and submit it to the government. For certain industries, not required. But I mean to say that without having knowledge of cost, we can't do anything in business. It's a must. In my business, I am not calculating on a copy pen basis, but the calculation is here. But in other big organizations, they are preparing records, details, maintain records to know the cost details. So if we say cost is required for pricing, for decision making, for inventory valuation, what I should say, for pricing, for cost control. Because how can you reduce, how can you control your cost if you don't know what is the cost you have incurred? So we require cost information for day-to-day and long-term decisions, what I should be doing, what should not, based on details of cost, based on information of cost. The forecasting, anything that I want to do something new, from where the funds will be coming and everything is a part of cost accounting only, for which there is no law, there is no guidelines, there is no fixed standard, nothing. It's your own view. You have to manage your organization, your management accounting will be decided by you. Nobody can force you that you need to do this. Nothing like that. Now, if we say that cost is such an important factor, then the question arises that how we will be calculating cost. Suppose I am taking my example again, not interested, but you will be able to understand better. For that reason, I am taking my example. Suppose I want to have cost details in Saraf Academy. ठीक है? Now, type 1 detail. From PL account, I can get cost details. In PL account, what are the costs we record? Those who have studied financial accounting, the format of PL account. In PL account, what is the format? What are the costs we write in the PL account? While preparing profit and loss account, what are the types of cost we record?
Indirect cost.
Sir, nautanki nahi sir. Who is saying this?
Administrative cost.
हम लोग सबसे पहले पीएल अकाउंट फर्स्ट क्लास में पढ़ते हैं, तो मैं बोलता हूं फॉर्मेट ध्यान रखना है. सेल्स में से क्या लेस किया जाता है? कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड. फिर उसके बाद क्या आता है? ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट. फिर उसके बाद क्या आता है? एडमिन. फिर उसके बाद क्या आता है? डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. फिर उसके बाद क्या आता है? ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट. मैं अभी खोल सकता हूं. दोज हु हैव डन फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग एटलीस्ट दे शुड बी नोइंग. फिर उसके बाद आता है इंटरेस्ट, फाइनेंसिंग कॉस्ट. फिर उसके बाद आता है पीबीटी. फिर उसके बाद आता है टैक्स. फिर उसके बाद आता है पीएटी. तो आपको पीएल अकाउंट से कौन कौन सा कॉस्ट मिलेगा? इस पूरे चीज में क्या क्या कॉस्ट मिलेगा? When the PL account is there, what are the types of cost I will be getting? Cost of goods sold, admin, distribution, finance cost and tax. इसके अलावा तो और कोई कॉस्ट आपको मिलेगा नहीं पीएल अकाउंट से. फंक्शन माने क्या होता है? फंक्शन मीन्स मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, सेलिंग, I can say marketing, admin, research, etc. In the organization, there are different types of work, different types of functions performed by different departments, divisions, or whatever you say, center. In my organization, the functions are, I can say, providing you, giving you the live classes and recorded classes. The functions are helping you with the registration. The functions are promoting the classes on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, marketing. The functions are distributing the products. I mean to say, once you registered, giving you the recorded classes, materials and everything. The functions are administration, accounts, ledger, journal and so many things. In any other organization, there are so many functions. As the organizations are bigger, the functions are more and more. The organizations are small, the functions are less. Profit and loss account give you the cost details based on functions. Profit and loss account is already giving you detail of the cost based on functions. But whether this cost detail is enough, whether this detail I can do pricing of the product, whether this detail I can do cost control. मान लीजिए आप मेरा छोड़ लीजिए. Suppose I am talking about ITC. ITC PL account you are looking. In the ITC, cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold FMCG, cost of goods sold tobacco, cost of goods sold paper, cost of goods sold this, that, so many things are there. Reliance, सभी चीजें. हम लोग Reliance का PL account खोले भी थे. Balance sheet we have opened there on the Google. I am not opening again. But I mean to say that आपको PL account से total cost पता चल रहा है कि this function, manufacturing cost, selling cost, distribution cost, admin cost, financing cost you are getting. But उसका क्या use है? It is giving you that in doing this function the cost is that. But you can't do anything with this type of cost information. I can say that if suppose cost of goods sold in comparison to sales is 60% current year. Last year it was 65. Before that it was 70. So I will be able to see that it is going down. The percentage of cost of goods sold in relation to sales is going down. Good. But why it is going down, which cost is reducing and all that, I need to go into detail. So with 2-3 years of functional classification of cost, I will be able to judge some information, getting some information. I will be able to use those information. But standalone one single PL account and you are getting the details of cost of goods sold, you are getting admin, you are not getting nothing. Uska fayda nahi hai. This to we are getting in the financial accounting only. You can see that In the financial accounting, we are able to get these information because company has management accounts. If the company don't have management accounts, they cannot prepare financial accounts. The preparation of ledgers, classifying the cost into different categories is actually the job of management accounting. And then they are used in the financial accounting for preparation of financial statement. So one is, we can say, functional classification of cost, which is according to me is not sufficient. Whatever I want to do with the cost accounting, I want to do pricing, decision making is not possible only with the functional classification of cost. So I need to go into other classification. The other classification is called natural classification. Natural classification means you can say that one is functional, natural, behavior elements. There are other classification also, I will be saying. Functional means you can get from the PL account. Natural means direct, indirect. Natural classification of cost is direct, indirect. Now, what is direct and indirect cost? Direct, indirect. Now, I cannot take my example initially for explaining you direct, indirect. Suppose I am purchasing one sofa set in my house. For Diwali, I am purchasing in a particular place one sofa set. So in the sofa set, on the outset, when I am seeing from the naked eye, what I can see? That there is some wood or there is some cover and all that, those things are there in the sofa set. What I can see in the sofa set, which I can analyze in the output, all these are, you can say, direct material, direct labor, direct expenses. I am going into detail, just give me 5 minutes. Suppose I am looking at a sofa set, and in the sofa set I can see that there is a cloth used, then there is what I should say, wood used, there is mica used, there is a use of wool, there is use of Fevicol, dendrite, there is use of screw, nuts and all that. There is screws of some, you can say some iron material, some these things. Those are the things used. So many things are used, they are converted into a sofa set. I am talking about, suppose, a company making furnitures, table, chair, sofa set and different things. So when I am looking at the outcome, when I am looking at the output, I am able to see that these are the things which had been used to manufacture the product. Suppose I am talking about this computer, this laptop. I can see that there are buttons, there is a screen, then there is this some material which are used to make the things that I can see. Whatever we can see is not the only thing used. There are so many things used which we cannot see in the final outcome. Suppose when you are looking at a furniture, a sofa set, you can't see Fevicol or a dendrite. But the Fevicol, dendrite must have been used, then only that is ready. Because how you will punch, how you will join. So for that you need to have use Fevicol or dendrite. But in the final outcome, Fevicol, dendrite I can't see. Similarly, if I will say that there are some wires in the computer laptop inside, not outside, inside also, which I can't see, but they have been used in preparing the computer laptop. Everywhere we say that any type of thing, there are two types of cost. One is direct, one is indirect. Direct can be direct material, direct labor and other direct expenses. Indirect can be indirect material, indirect labor and indirect expenses. Actually, material, labor, overhead are called cost elements that I will discuss later. For the time being, my focus is direct, indirect. What is a direct material? What is an indirect material? Similarly, what is a direct labor? What is an indirect labor? What is a direct expense and what is an indirect expense? All are both. Material is direct also, indirect also. Labor is direct also, indirect also, all. How I will be able to identify which is a direct material, which is an indirect material? There are so many things can be said for a direct material. Direct material is something which is required initially, without which the work cannot start. If you want to start the work, you need to have direct material with you. Direct material is something which when the finished goods is ready, you will be able to identify that this is used in this product. Direct material is something because of which your output quantity will increase. More direct material, more output. Less direct material, less output. Direct material is something which is a significant portion of the total cost. Or I can say which is a significant portion of the total material cost. I have said 3-4 things. First of all, without direct material, you can't start your work. Second, once your finished goods are ready, then you will be able to see with naked eye that this is the material which is used. More direct material, more output, less direct material, less output. And direct material is a major portion of the total cost of the product. Suppose in furniture, I cannot start working on the furniture, making furniture, table, chair without wood, without ply. Without plywood, I will, or maybe a normal wood, I will not be able to start the work. So obviously wood is a direct material for furniture. Suppose for, you can say, when the wood are, suppose you have cut the wood into different pieces based on the sizes and all that which you require. And now after cutting, after doing that, greasing and all that, the woods are attached with each other through the Fevicol or dendrite. I have started the work with wood. When the finished goods will be there, I will not be able to see the Fevicol or dendrite. I know that the goods cannot be made without finished good, without Fevicol or dendrite. But the Fevicol or dendrite is called indirect material for making furniture. Because in the final outcome they are not there. For starting the work you don't require them. Then you can see that in the total cost of the finished goods, they are not so significant. They are essential, but they are not so significant. We see them, they are indirect. And one more reason, suppose for making one particular table or chair, I require X quantity of wood. So if I have 2X, 2 units, 3X, 3 units. But if I have wood or plywood only for one chair, even though I have huge Fevicol, even though I have huge dendrite, I can't make more chair. I cannot use more Fevicol, more dendrite to make more chair. For more chair, I require more wood, more plywood. Then only I can make more chairs, more sanmaika, more sofa set or anything. That means while starting the work, Fevicol, dendrite not required. In the finished goods, you can't see. It is not a major portion of the cost, and the quantity of Fevicol or dendrite will not increase the quantity of your output. I cannot take here example for a direct or indirect Saraf Academy because this is not a manufacturing organization. Suppose a company is engaged in construction business. A company is engaged in construction business. They are constructing roads, they are constructing buildings and all that. For a company engaged in construction business, what is direct? Suppose they are making a building, 10-story building. What is direct material? What is indirect material? Without cement, without sand, without concrete, they can't start the work. Those are the basic things required to start the work. Then maybe what I should say. Suppose I will say that bricks. Can we say that the bricks is a direct material or bricks is an indirect material? Now there are two things. You are making wall and you are making a pillar. For starting a building construction, first of all you need to make the pillar. Once the pillars are ready, then the wall can be laid down very fast. If there is a building, the pillar depth, the pillar number of pillars required 4, 5, 6, 8, whatever. And for constructing pillars, bricks are not required. For preparing building constructions, then cement, sand, stone chip, iron rods are we can see as direct material. But what I should say, concrete are indirect material. Suppose the building is ready. I have purchased the flat in that building. But in that flat I am doing some construction. I am doing some changes. Washroom here, there, this, that. I have hired some interior decorator. Then he is doing some changes by laying some walls. At that time the walls become the concrete becomes a direct expenditure, because he cannot change the structure without having the concrete. He needs the concrete to be in hand to start the work. And once the wall is ready, I can see the concrete. In case of building construction, I am not saying the concrete, I mean to say the bricks cost is less or more, but then the major cost is in laying the foundation. Once the pillars are ready, the building can be developed very fast. Whenever you have seen any construction, then in laying the pillars, it takes maximum time. Once the pillars are ready, building develops like this. So we are saying that those things which is required initially to start the work, those things which we can see in the final outcome, those material which are major part of the total cost of material, then in that case they are treated as direct material. Others are indirect, and there are many other indirect. Suppose there is a material used in administration activity. There are materials used in, you can say, in cleaning the floors. There the factory, the office, there are material used in cleaning the floors or everything. Those are not used in production. They are indirect material. Even I will say that, suppose a company is producing furnitures, okay? Now to deliver the furniture to the customer place, they are packing them in a cardboard or somewhere. Suppose I am purchasing a computer. The computer is coming in a dabba, in a box, in a cardboard box. The cardboard box is indirect material, because for making computer or laptop, cardboard box is not required. For giving delivery, which is a selling expenditure, not a manufacturing expenditure, which is a non-production cost. Everything, every material which is used in non-production activity is an indirect material. And in the production activity, which is not initially required, which is not significant part of the total cost of material, which cannot be seen in the final outcome, which cannot increase the quantity of the outcome, that is also indirect material. Suppose somebody will say that why we want this classification of direct or indirect. Normally we say that there are two types of cost: manufacturing cost, non-manufacturing cost. Manufacturing cost, non-manufacturing cost not relevant in Saraf Academy, because we are not a, you can say, manufacturing, or we are the service organization. For our organization, direct, indirect not relevant. But those organizations which are doing manufacturing activity, for them there is a term called the direct cost and indirect cost. Normally in a manufacturing organization, normally out of 199%, the manufacturing cost is a major portion of the total cost. Whether it's Reliance, whether it's ITC or any company, the manufacturing cost is major portion of the total cost. 60, 70, 80% of the total cost. And the indirect cost is actually, whether you do anything or not, indirect cost will be there, the same figure. You can't change indirect cost. You can't reduce indirect cost. So the manufacturing organization need to focus on direct cost more and more to control their cost, to reduce their cost. Because income of an organization can increase by increase in sales or by controlling cost. The cost can be controlled if you know the nature of cost. So in a manufacturing organization, direct cost is 60-70% of the total cost. So if they are able to control the direct cost, they will be able to control 60-70% of their total cost. So for that reason, organization need to identify what is direct, what is indirect. Direct labor means those who are working with the direct material, those who are involved initially in the manufacturing activity. Others are indirect. Similarly, direct expenses means suppose to manufacture furniture, I require a cutting machine which will be cutting the wood, or you can say plywood, in a very fast way. In place of laborers using this to cut them, we are purchasing a machine. Not purchasing, we are taking on hire. So if we don't cut the wood with the machine, how we will start the work? So higher charges of machine also becomes a direct expenditures. Direct means which is prime, which is required initially. Without incurring those expenditures, you can't produce your product. You can't start your work. Those are called the direct cost. And indirect cost will be incurred later. Maybe indirect cost is also essential to complete the work, but they are not required initially. They required later. They required for distribution. They required for administration. Or maybe they are required in manufacturing activity, but they are required later. Then they are called indirect cost. And indirect cost always consume generally lower proportion of the total cost as compared to direct cost. So when we understand the nature of the cost and we understand that these are the direct cost, we will be able to control those costs, control our cost, increase our margin, can offer the product at a lesser price by controlling the cost. That will be possible through identification of direct cost. This direct labor, indirect, everything is a part of this only. Functional, selling, admin, marketing are all total cost. Direct, indirect is total cost. But this is one classification which is used in PL account. This is another classification which is mainly relevant for controlling cost. For controlling cost, we require natural classification of cost. One is called behavioral classification of cost. Behavior means fixed, variable, semi-variable, which we can say, or semi-fixed. Semi-variable or semi-fixed. Niche, I mean to say behavior means when we will increase or decrease our output, whether the cost will increase or decrease. Suppose the number of students are 1000. If they will become 1200, if they will become 1100, the cost which will increase by increase in the outcome, decrease by decrease in the outcome, is variable cost. Fixed cost, whether there is increase in outcome, decrease in outcome, going to remain fixed. Semi-variable, that is those cost which include some portion variable, some portion fixed. This is the most important classification of cost for pricing, for cost control, for decision making, for any decision purpose. Behavioral classification of cost is most important. Suppose I will give example. In Saraf Academy, salary, or in any organization, salary, rent, insurance, etc. Suppose in any organization, variable cost vary with the output. Vary with the output. More output, more cost, less output, less cost. I can say material, labor, variable overheads. Whenever we say variable cost, if I will say that suppose in ITC, for making one tobacco packet, the cost is say 100 rupees, which is a variable cost. Then 2 packet 200, 3 packet 300, 4 packet 400. To produce an output, you require 2 kg raw material. So 2 units 4 kg, 3 units 6 kg, 4 units 8 kg, 5 units 10 kg, and so on. That is, increase in output will increase the cost, decrease in output will decrease the cost. But these costs, whether you produce more, whether you produce less, they are going to remain constant and semi-fixed. Suppose salesman remuneration. Salesman remuneration means, suppose in my organization there is a counselor. I told him that your salary will be 10,000 per month, plus on every student conversion you will be getting 200. So 10,000 though he will get, whether conversion is there or not. But if in a month there are 50 students joined, then for every student he will be getting 200, 50 into 200, 10,000 more. So total salary of the salesman is 20,000. In this 20,000, 10,000 is fixed and 200 per student is variable. We can say that suppose in telephone, mobile phone or normal phone, gas, electricity, anything. Whether you, suppose in my mobile phone, the free calls are 200. Whether I do one call or whether I will do 200 call, the fixed charges, monthly charges will be coming. But if I will be doing the calls between 200 to 300, the total cost will increase. Between 300 to 400, it will further increase. Slab. That means sometime the variable cost is such that, which can be said 10,000 fixed, 200 per student. Sometime the semi-variable is that which cannot be segregated. It's up till this much limit it is fixed. Then beyond this it will increase by a certain proportion, which can be said as stepped fixed cost. Stepped fixed cost means up till this level this is the cost, this to this level this is the cost, this to this level this is the cost, this to this level this is the cost. Suppose the laborers are supervised by a supervisor. For 5 laborers 1 supervisor required, 10 laborers 2, 15 laborers 3, 20 laborers 4, 22 laborer 5. When the laborer will be 1 to 5, 1 supervisor cost. When the laborer will be 6 to 10, 2 supervisor cost. When the laborer will be 11 to 15, 3 supervisor cost. You can say that is step fixed cost, semi-variable, semi-fixed, whatever you say. The question is that, suppose I will say about my organization. As I always say that for every student in ACCA, there are 2 types of cost. One is the GST, which is 18%, and one is the ACCA registration fees, which is 3,500. For every student, if the student is giving 30,000, around 10,000 is the cost. Financial accounting student can remember the sales tax chapter. I gave the example. Similarly, I am not going into percentage. I am just saying that out of 30,000, 10,000 is cost for every student. Whenever any student is giving 30,000, then we are expending 10,000 on that student. The balance 20,000 left with us. In that 20,000, all other expenditures and income is there. All other expenditure means what? In 30,000, the institute registration 3,500 gone. In 30,000, the GST around 6,000 gone. So balance 20,000 left. That is salary, rent, insurance, electricity, software, internet, staff, everything. All other costs are within 20,000, then some income is there. How can I calculate that other cost per student? Salary, not dependent on any student. Internet, not dependent on any student. Software, not dependent on any student. Insurance of the assets, not dependent on any student. Suppose these are coming to a monthly amount, say 5 lakh. Suppose in monthly, all the cost, rent, salary, rent, insurance, software, maintenance, everything are suppose 5 lakh. If suppose I am teaching on an average 1,000 students in a year, monthly cost is coming 5 lakh divided by 1,000, 500 per student. If a student is joining the course and will be doing the course say 1 year, so 500 into 12, 6,000 is the cost for that student. Whether that is logical calculation or not, that's other thing. But a simple calculation when anybody will do, this is the cost, this is the number of a student divided by number of a student. What is the cost per month per student is coming? So if the student is going to take the classes for 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, what is going to be my cost? But this cost calculation depends upon two things. 5 lakh, which can change, and 1000 student. May become 1200 per student go down, may become 900 per student goes up, but some assumption, presumption you have to take. So you will be calculating cost per student with some permutation, combinations and everything. And then I will be adding my margin, that profit per unit. This will be the price I should be charging from the students. At the same time, in the practical world, we need to do the competitor analysis also. What others are charging, who are offering the same thing, what they are offering, what is their quality, what price they are offering, so that we can offer that or lesser than that or greater than that. But first of all, you need to find out your cost. So calculation of cost per unit, whether you should accept a new customer or not, a new order or not, valuation of inventory, all depends upon this behavior classification of cost. Very important classification of cost: fixed, variable, semi-variable. If I will go further deep into this, suppose I'm not taking my example, output. Suppose 1000, 2000, 2500. I'm not talking about students. I'm just saying that output, if 1000 units, overhead means any expenditure other than material labor. In the costing language, anything other than material and labor is called other expenditures, which is in technical language called overheads. Material, labor, then any expenditure is overhead. Like administration is administration overhead, distribution overhead, selling overhead. And actually in costing language, indirect material, indirect labor are also overheads. So other than direct material, direct labor, every expenditure is overhead. Other than direct material, direct labor, every expenditure is overhead. We will be studying, after understanding cost classification and everything, which will not be completed today, which will take one more class. I mean to say that there is a separate topic for material, separate topic for labor, separate topic for overheads. Whatever we are studying as a basic understanding, they are becoming a separate topic. Then we will be studying separate topic of costing for different types of businesses. Job costing, contract costing, batch costing, process costing, then you can say target costing, life cycle costing, different types of costings are there. And then we will be going into, you can say, using these, understanding this costing technique and cost, variance analysis, budgeting, forecasting, then you can say preparation of reports, and then long-term costing also. So whatever we are discussing, they will be coming as a separate topic, but for the time being, for our understanding, other than direct material, direct labor is called overheads. Other than direct material, direct labor, everything is called overheads. Direct material, direct labor is called prime cost, prime, and all other things are treated as overheads. Indirect material, indirect labor, expenses, administration, distribution, selling, everything is overheads. This behavioral classification of cost, not focusing on whether it's a direct material, direct labor, indirect labor, whether it's admin, whether it's what. It is focusing only on the behavior of the cost. Behavior to behavior, fixed, variable, but there is semi-variable also. So to understand that, further into, what do you say, variable, fixed and semi-variable, further discussion required. For that reason, I am taking one example. Cost 1. Figures in dollar. If 1000 units, cost each 5000. If 2000 units, cost each 10,000. If 2500 units, cost each 12500. Cost 2, whether it is material, whether it is labor, whether it is indirect material, indirect labor, I am not saying. I am just saying one type of cost, second type of cost. Second type of cost. 1000 units, 6000. 2000, 12,000. 2500, 15,000. Cost 3. Third type of cost. Third type of cost I am saying 1,000, 10,000. Then you can see 2,000 is 15,000. Then 2,500 is 16,000. Then cost 4. Cost 4. 1,000 units, it is 8,000. 2,000 units, it is 8,000. 2,500 units, it is 8,000. Now I need to identify the behavior of all 4 types of cost. That all these 4 types of cost, the example which I have given is whether fixed, whether variable, whether semi-variable. If 1,000 units are produced, cost 1 amount will be this, 2,000 units for this, 2,500 this, cost 1. But if the output is different, the cost is this. The cost 2 is this. The cost 3 is this. Cost 4 is this. Can anybody say which one is variable, which one is fixed, which one is semi-variable? Which one is variable, which one is fixed, which one is semi-variable?
Sir, the last one, the cost 4 is fixed.
Okay.
Fixed.
And
the first one is variable.
And
Cost 1, cost 3 are semi-variable.
okay. How you come to know that cost 1 is variable and cost 2 semi-variable? Why?
No, sir, actually I was thinking because they both of them are recurring in a ratio, in a perfect ratio, and the rest are not changing in a perfect ratio.
No, you are saying cost 1 is variable and you are saying cost 2 is not variable, semi-variable. You said na?
Yeah.
So you are saying that cost 1 is changing in a particular ratio, but cost 2 is not changing in the particular ratio.
Yeah.
ठीक है. Now anybody else was also want to say anything? Who was there?
Sir, I think cost 2.
Hello. Now I think you can hear me. Sorry, there was a battery. I changed the battery. Everybody can hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I am saying that the Gautam, you were saying cost 1, cost 2. So as per you, cost 2 is variable or fixed, Gautam?
So as per me, it is fixed because the cost per unit is.
1 second. Cost 1 as per you is variable or fixed? Cost 1.
So that is also fixed per unit.
Now that means you are not understanding the fixed and variable. Fixed means whether you produce more, whether you produce less, the total cost is not going to change. So Srisa said that this 4 number cost is fixed, which is 100% correct. When I am producing 1,000 units, then also 8,000. When I am producing 2,000 units, then also 8,000. When I am producing 2,500 units, then also 8,000. Fixed cost means fixed, will not change. Whether you produce less, whether you produce more, fixed is fixed. What I said, variable. I said that कि suppose for every student in my organization 10,000 is the cost. 2 student 20,000, 3 student 30,000. Total will change, but per student 10,000, which is registration and GST. So cost 1 for 1,000 units 5,000, 5 per unit. 2,000 into 5, 10,000. 2,500 into 5, 12,500. Whether you are producing 1,000, 2,000, 2,500, per unit cost is 5,555. If I will produce 50,000 units, 50,000 into 5. When the cost will be incurred on every unit, it is a variable cost. Same thing is there for cost 2 also. 1,000 units, 6,000. Per unit 6. 2,000 into 6, 12,000. 2,500 into 6, 15,000. Here, in case of cost 1, the per unit cost is 555. In case of cost 2, the per unit cost is 666. When I will incur the cost on every unit again, then it is a variable cost. Variable cost I need to incur on every unit again. If I require raw material 2 kg for 1 unit, then I require raw material for 2 units 4 kg. I require raw material 3 units 6 kg. I require raw material 4 units 8 kg. When the cost will be incurred on every unit, then it is a variable cost. So cost 1 for every unit $5. Cost 2 for every unit $6. But cost 3, 1,000, 10,000 per unit 10. 2,000 into 10 is 20. It is not 20. It is 15 only. And it is not that 10,000 same. So in total also it is not same, and per unit also it is not same. So it is what? Semi-variable. If per unit cost is same, variable. If total is same, fixed. If per unit and total both are not same, then it is called semi-variable. Semi-variable cost means some portion fixed, some portion variable. In 10,000, how much variable, how much fixed, I don't know. Similarly, in 15,000, how much variable, how much fixed, I don't know. But here this cost, every cost is per unit 5. 1,000 into 5, 2,000 into 5, 2,500 into 5. This cost, every unit 6. 1,000 into 6, 2,000 into 6, 2,500 into 6. This I don't have to do any calculation. Whatever number, whatever output is there, the cost is same, fixed. But this is not coming per unit same. This is not coming total same. So this is what? Semi-variable. Semi-variable cost is that cost which will not be per unit constant, which will not be total constant. But variable cost is that cost which is constant per unit. Every unit you require the same cost. And fixed cost is that cost which is constant on total basis. Whether your production goes down, goes up, the fixed costs are not going to change. A basic understanding are we getting? I am writing here. Variable cost is that cost which is constant per unit. So cost 1 at the rate of 5 per unit, cost 2 at the rate of 6 per unit are variable cost. Variable cost is that cost which will be constant. I generally always give example second cost as variable because I know that a student will understand first one variable, then they will say semi-variable, and then I put fixed one always at the end. So normally the student says that is fixed, but variable में वो ध्यान नहीं देते. Cost which is constant on total basis is fixed cost. So cost 3 $8,000 is fixed. cost which is not constant on per unit basis and not constant on total basis, semi-variable. So cost, this I should write cost 4, sorry. So cost 3 is semi-variable. Cost 3 is semi-variable. But I can divide this cost 3 into variable and fixed. We can segregate this cost 3, 10, 15 into variable and fixed. What is the feature of variable cost? For 1000 units, whatever will be the cost, for 2000 units, it will be exactly double, like it happened for cost 1 and cost 2. A variable cost is that cost which will be incurred on every unit. So when the output is double, cost will be double. Now I don't know in 10,000 what is the portion of variable and fixed. I don't know. But why the cost has become 10,000 to 15,000? I don't know in 10,000 the variable portion, the fixed portion. I don't know in 15,000 the variable portion and fixed portion. But why when the production is 1,000 to 2,000 units, the cost is increasing from 10,000 to 15,000? Because if it is a fixed cost, then it should remain same. If the fixed cost is there, when you produce double quantity, then also the cost will be same. So in 10,000 there is a fixed cost, I don't know. In 15,000 also there is a fixed cost, I don't know. But can I say in 10,000 and in 15,000, whatever the fixed cost is there, that is same? Can I say that in 10,000, whatever is the fixed portion of cost, in 15,000, the same fixed portion is there? Because what is the meaning of the fixed cost? Whatever may be the output, the fixed cost will not change. Whatever may be your production, whatever may be your output, the fixed cost will not change. So in 10,000, there is a fixed cost. In 15,000 also there is a fixed cost. The same fixed cost is there in 10,000 and 15,000. So why the cost is increasing? From 10,000 to 15,000, why the cost is increasing? When in 10,000 and 15,000 the fixed portion is same, then why the cost is increasing? The variable cost is changing. Why? Srisa, the variable cost is changing. Why? When variable cost will change? When variable cost will change? When the output will change? So when the output is 1000 to 2000, then obviously the variable cost will be more. This 10,000 to 15,000, 5,000 extra cost is there. This 5,000 is extra variable cost for extra 1,000 units. Don't think I am saying this 1,000. I am saying 2,000 minus 1,000. When we are producing additional 1,000 units, then additional variable cost is 5,000. Why I am saying this? Because there is no additional fixed cost. When I produce 1,000 to 2,000 units, fixed cost is same. Only the variable cost will increase. And in this cost 3, there is some portion variable, some portion fixed. The fixed portion is same in 10,000 and in 15,000. But the variable cost is increasing by 5,000 for 1,000 units. From 10,000 to 15,000, 5,000 additional cost. For 1,000 to 2,000, 1,000 additional units. So for additional 1,000 units, 5,000 is additional cost. From 1,000 to 2,000, 1,000 additional output. Additional variable cost 10,000 to 15,000, which is 5,000. So what is the variable cost per unit? In the semi-variable cost, what is the variable cost per unit? The extra cost is 5,000 for extra 1,000 units. The extra cost is 5,000 for extra 1,000 units. So per unit it is coming 5. Now please check. 1,000 into 5, 5,000 variable. 10,000 minus 5,000, 5,000 fixed. 2,000 into 5, 10,000 variable. 15,000 minus 10,000, 5,000 fixed. Again I am saying 1,000 into 5, 5,000 variable. 10,000 minus 5,000, 5,000 fixed. 2,000 into 5, 10,000 variable. 15,000 minus 10,000, 5,000 fixed. 2,500 into 5, 12,500 plus 5,000, 17,500. 2,500 into 5, 12,500 plus 5,000, 17,500. This is semi-variable. This includes some portion fixed, some portion variable. The fixed portion is same in all the three cases, 10, 15, 70. In all the three cases, fixed portion is same. But the cost is changing because of variable cost. From 1,000 to 2,500. From 1,000 to 2,500. 1,500 units are more. The cost is 10,000 to 7,500. 7,500 more. For 1,500 units, 7,500. Per unit 5. The change in the cost, the difference in the cost divided by the difference in the units will be giving you cost per unit which is variable. You can do from here also. 15,000, 17,500, fixed is same. Variable portion is 2,500 extra. For 500 units, 2,500 by 500, 5 per unit. In variable cost, it is purely per unit same at all the levels. In fixed cost, it is total same at all the levels. But in semi-variable, it is not same per unit, it is not same totally. Because this includes some portion variable, some fixed. How can we segregate? In all these levels, the fixed portion is same. The cost is increasing because of variable cost. When the output is more, variable cost is more, what is the per unit variable cost? Once you get the per unit variable cost, you deduct from the total cost, you will get the fixed cost balancing figure. In many books, I will say not only many books, in Kaplan, short notes, everywhere, they have written that formula for segregating semi-variable cost. Difference in cost by difference in units, variable cost per unit. Total cost minus variable cost is fixed cost. That is not a formula. You can say that is a formula, but that is understanding. Cost 3 can be segregated into variable and fixed portion. Cost 3 can be segregated into variable and fixed portion. Like this. In semi-variable cost, fixed portion is constant. I don't know how much, but I don't know all the three levels. The fixed cost is same. So the cost is changing. Cost is changing due to variable cost, only. When output is 1,000 to 2,000 for additional 1,000 units, additional variable cost will be there. For additional 1,000 units, additional cost will be there, which is 15,000 minus 10,000, 5,000. When you are producing 1,000 to 2,000 more units, variable cost will be more for more units. When you are producing 2,000 to 2,500 more units, variable cost will be more, fixed will be fixed. Fixed means fixed, but variable cost will be more. So variable cost per unit is 5,000 divided by 1,000 equals to 5 per unit. Variable cost per unit is 5. So fixed cost on the basis of 1,000 units. The total cost is 10,000 minus variable 1,000 into 5 is 5,000 on the basis of 2,000 units. 2,000 units 15,000 minus 2,000 into 5, it is still coming 5 because it has to come 5,000. When I said pure fixed cost is 8,000 at every level. Similarly, in the semi-variable, whatever the fixed portion is there, that fixed portion is same every level. You can calculate at any level. On the basis of 2,500 units, it is 17,500 minus 2,500 into 5. It is still 5,000. The formula says that the variable cost per unit in semi-variable cost, the difference in cost by difference in units. Why? Because in 10,000 the fixed portion, in 15,000 the fixed portion, in 17,500 fixed portion is same. Why the cost is increasing, changing? Because of the output. Which cost will change by change in the output? Variable cost. Fixed cost will not change. So when the output is 1,000 more, cost is 5,000 more. When the output is 500 more, cost is 2,500 more. When the output is 1,000 to 2,500, 1,500 more, cost is 10,000 to 17,500, 7,500 more. For any two levels, the difference in the cost is the variable portion for the difference in the units. So what is the variable cost per unit? You can calculate. And then from the total cost, when you deduct a variable portion, you will be able to get the fixed cost whether you calculate from any level. So first of all, identification. Which one is variable? Which one is fixed? The cost which is per unit same at any level is variable. First one, second one, $5, $6. The cost which is same in total basis is fixed cost. But the cost which is not same on per unit basis, on total basis, that is semi-variable. We can segregate semi-variable cost into variable and fixed by difference in cost, by difference in units. Reason, fixed cost is same, variable cost is the increase because of increase in output. So what is the per unit variable cost? From total cost, deduct the variable, get the fixed. So ultimately the behavioral classification says that we have three types of costs: fixed, variable, semi-variable. But the semi-variable most of the times can be divided into fixed and variable. So you are left with two types of cost: variable, fixed. In my organization, in any organization, this is most important classification. For every student in my organization in foundation level, 10,000 variable cost. 20,000 is, you can say, portion of fixed cost and the profit. Because 10,000 to every student gone, whatever they are paying. In every organization like that, there is some variable cost, some fixed cost. The pricing decisions, the cost per unit, the inventory decisions, decision making, everything will be based on this behavioral classification of cost. And there are so other classification also. They are based on this behavioral classification of cost. So what is behavior? How to analyze? How to segregate semi-variable into variable and fixed? Are you getting? Is everybody getting? Other than Srisa, Gautam also. Because in the next class, I will be giving some example and you all will be telling. Everybody is getting? Because after this, we will be doing in the next class. For this, you will be able to see that I have written some notes here. These notes are written. You can go through with that. And I have not gone through with the short notes. In the short notes, you can start reading. Maybe you not interested, don't read that. Because anyhow, I have taught in cost classification only 10-15% portion. 80% portion I have not taught. Still there are so many things we need to discuss under cost classification. Once we will complete the discussion, after doing some questions and all that, then we will be proceeding forward. Because today the time lost into saying the basic things, how to study and all that, syllabus and everything, because those questions regularly arises. So why not to settle them in the first class only? So that was the time taken. In the next class, we will be able to complete our discussion. Maybe the questions will be left. We will be doing next after that class. No issue. The class timings are always same. Tuesday, Friday, afternoon 2 o'clock. You will be getting the live class link one day before the class. Suppose today is Friday, you will get the link on Thursday. Tuesday class, you will get the link on Monday. One day before the class, you will get the link for the live class. You can do the live class from mobile phone also. From mobile phone, you open your mail. In the mail, the link of the class, you click and then you join. There is no problem. But for live class, there is no software required. For recording classes, you need software. One thing I forgot to tell here. For any technical query, please mail at classes@saraf.academy or call at 84440400402 or 6 during office hours only. If you are mailing, you can mail anytime, but my team will be able to help you during office hour. Office hour 10:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. on Saturday till 4 p.m. Suppose you are not getting the notes, you want the notes again, videos are not reading, any technical query, you connect with them, they will help you. You don't have to call, I will say that you just mail, they will help. If they are not replying you, then in that case you can call them also. For any subject related query, call at 9830176993 or mail at same ID. If you are doing something you are not understanding, my team cannot help you. You need to call me. So you will be calling me, mail ID same classes ID. For any institute related query, mail at students@ACCA global.com and CC to us. Suppose you are doing registration for exam, it is not happening. Like suppose one student was giving exam in the morning, Abhinil, but he didn't receive the institute has not shared with him some contact number. So that was need to be put in the software. So he called me, I said, मेरे को नहीं पता है. You mail to the institute, they will reply. He said that, sir, I paid the fees. I said that, don't worry, they will not charge the fees. They will allow you to give the exam after 1 or 2 days again, but you mail them. When you are mailing, mail properly. My name, my registration number. Those who are not yet registered by us in the ACCA institute, they can't mail to the institute. Those who are registered, they will be mailing to the institute. CC means you send that mail to us also. But you need to mail directly to the institute for any technical query. Why you are mailing us also? So that if any help from our side we can give, we will be able to help you. But you need to mail to the institute. CIMA Institute, CIMA ID. Once I will register you, you will have a CIMA Institute ID where you can mail, where you can raise your problems. You can mail them, they will definitely deal with you. You can always keep us in the CC. CC means somebody said, sir, what is CC? Suppose I am mailing to Gautam. Maybe this is another student, CC. CC means I am mailing this same thing to another person, classes. Suppose I am mailing here also. You mail to the institute directly along with CC to us, so that it will be coming to us also. We come to know this problem you are facing. With our connection, we will try to solve your issue as fast as possible. But you have to mail to the institute directly only. There is no other way by which your problem can be solved, because institute has not given us right to solve your issue. That will be solved by the ACCA CIMA institute only. So you will be mailing to the institute once you are registered student. For CIMA student, nobody is registered now. Once you register, you will have a mail ID of the institute. You will be able to mail them for any queries. You can keep a CC. Student, those who are ACCA students, those who are registered, they can mail any query to the institute, because there are many things which are not in our control. If you mail them directly, you will be getting reply in 2-3 days. So for technical query, you will connect with my team. For subject related, you will connect with me. For institute related query, you will be mailing to the institute. That I forgot to write, because otherwise later on when the student will ask, how I will say, I have written that in the first class only. And these slides I will share after the class with everybody. You don't have to request. And the notes, as I said, even though somebody has given or not, all will be given notes again today. Okay? So follow this process which I said how to study. If you follow 2-3 classes, you will find the difference. You will be able to see the difference, how you are able to develop. Okay. Thank you to all of you. Meeting on Tuesday. Tada.